It's a darn shame putting out information like that on people about the drugs and all that. That can just ruin somebody's life, you know? Keep making comments and posts like that. How is a person going to get a job or, even go anywhere? It's just so unfair. Um, I'll tell you who I would really want to interview. I want to interview Mike Patty, if there's some way to get to him. Um, Mike, if you'd contact me at my email address, I'd like to do a telephone interview with you. I got some questions that would clear up an awful lot of things, and I think you'd be the man with the answers, the man that I'm looking for. Um, one thing, what's weird? Okay, the girls were 13 and 14, right? Abby was 13, Liberty was 14, and the crimes occurred on the 13th and 14th. Different theories. Libby was killed first, or Abby was killed first, or you can listen to Mark Lindsay in the beginning saying that Liberty was killed pretty quickly and Abby remained around, and that's why her body was still warm when she was found on the 14th in the early morning. So they weren't killed at the same time. If it was sexually motivated, that would help us determine if it was a hit or a so-called drug hit like these people are insisting, or if it was a sexual crime and had nothing to do with it. My personal opinion, I don't think the killing had anything to do with drugs. Hang on a second. I gotta pause. Yeah, the drug motive is starting to make less and less sense to me. The killer would get in there and get out fast. He's not going to take him to a structure, which I believe was done, or drag him somewhere else where there's no leaves on the tree in the middle of winter, and sexually assault him or do whatever it was for hours if it was a drug hit. And if Abby's body was still warm on the 14th when the searchers discovered it at 7 in the morning or whenever it was, and she lived for hours after it, uh, that's very telling. Just that little bit of evidence there kind of debunks the drug hit theory on the family. And Mexican cartels. Linda Garlic, she's something else. And they insist they're right too. They'll come out with this bullshit hypocritical stuff and no, it's very plausible. No, it's not. A Mexican cartel is going to go into some little small town where there's meth being cooked in the kitchen or in the bathroom. Are you people really, some of them really that stupid? That amazes me, it really does. Well, where do we go from here? Tell me what you think. I like to ask my viewers, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy days to watch me. But I always like to ask the viewers, well, what do you think? What do you think about this crazy situation and a suspect not being apprehended yet? Mr. Patty could tell me, some of the stuff that was in the police reports and some of the autopsies and some of the theories, I'm sure, without jeopardizing the case. He seems like a nice guy. He's somebody I'd want to interview, and I'd have a couple hard questions for him, a couple meat and potato things, and get down to the nitty gritty and clear away some of the misapprehensions that some of us have out here. So we'll see what happens. Miss Kelly Aaron, why don't you write to me? How come you don't want me to question you? We'll do it over the phone like I did with Mr. Cree over at the coroner's office. I'll ask you some questions and tell me what you know. Somebody sent me an email saying that she's a undercover cop. Who cares? Why do I care about that? I don't care if she's a sewer inspector. I still want to ask her the same questions. More power to her if she's trolling out here for law enforcement. You bet there's law enforcement trolling out here trying to get some info. I didn't do it. I didn't commit the crime. It wasn't me. So, all right. Let's see what happens. Rolling. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Stu Sutclif back at you once again. A lot of people have backed off creating Delphi content, but we're still going pretty strong on this channel. Um, this whole thing, unfortunately, could stretch out longer than I might live. So even when it goes to trial or whatever, as long as I can do it, I'll keep putting out some content on Delphi, especially when there's a trial. I made reference to that in one of my previous videos. A trial. Imagine that. Bridge guy apprehended and goes on trial. Can you just think what a spectacle that would be? But once again, I woke up this morning, turned on the news, nothing. And let me tell you what, there's a theme song that describes this whole Delphi shenanigans. This old, who did it? The Police, okay? Remember the Police? It's a rock group that was around a long time ago. Lead singer Sting. Some of you young people might know who Sting is. But they did a song on Zenyatta Mandata, one of their albums, I don't know what it is, but the song is a do-nothing song. It's called Do 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 Da Da Da, okay? Do 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 Da Da Da, that's all I want to say to you. Wouldn't that be the Delphi theme song? You know? That logic ties you up and rapes you. Do 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 Da 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 is all I want to say. That's what we get. Do 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 Da Da Da. That's all I've got. But isn't that brilliant? A brilliant theme song for the Delphi twin murder situation. You know, I wish I knew how to get a hold of Elton John, because I had a dream one night that he actually recorded a song for the Delphi Girls. It's called Goodbye Delphi Girls. And Sir Elton, if you're listening, I don't know if you still collaborate with Bernie Taupin anymore, that used to write your lyrics and you compose the music. That melody you used for Goodbye Norma Jean, which for you young people is Marilyn Monroe, and then later on Princess Di, Goodbye English Rose. If they could write some lyrics, do that same melody, Goodbye Delphi Girls. Yeah, I don't know if they're out there doing that anymore. But if you're out there somewhere, Sir Elton, I tried to write lyrics. I can't. I'm not a lyricist. I've sat down before, tried to write poetry and lyrics to songs, and no luck. No luck at all. This incident that happened back in May to me, and this Linda Garlic, I'm going to put it out there now. I've been sitting on it for a while, but I want you all to know what a... Oh.
Yeah, easy, Stu. Don't make yourself liable. You'll get sued.
Still got freedom of speech, right, to an extent. This, so back in May, this so-called Linda Garlic sends me this email. Stu, that's my name. We are hoping you accept our invitation to be our guest on a private discussion with 20 avid searchers for BG. I'm going to show you all what a hypocrite this lady is with her group, okay? This is takes hypocritical to a whole new level. Hoping you'll accept our invitation to be our guest on a private discussion with 20 avid searchers for Bridge Guy. We only allow one man in our chat so we can prevent the cockfights, LOL. What the hell does that mean? What is she talking about? What am I going to do with 20 women? I can't even handle Nancy Brill. I'll get back to you all about Nancy Brill in just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm supposedly going to prevent cockfights. That's a good one. If you care to join us in a discussion, please respond and include Sandra, that's her little sidekick, in the carbon copy address. We ladies, yeah, I bet they're ladies, have been longtime searchers, and we know the history of this transgression. Is that so? If you would like to join, what would be the easiest way to communicate with you? I do need to warn you, we are a chatty bunch, so get your coffee ready. I love coffee. With 2 lumps and cream. Alright, impatiently waiting to hear from you, Linda Garlic and Sandra Temez. Okay, Now here's what I wrote back. Okay, they were trolling me. All right, you know how I don't really mind trolls, but I did get trolled by these people just in the beginning until I figured it out. Because I have a kind heart. I give people the benefit of a doubt, and I should have given these a big old whomp on the head. So I wrote back. This is my response. Linda, my free time is very minimum, and I work insane hours and don't live on Social Security disability. But I'll look over anything you send me. As for Delphi, the murders of Libby and Abby, it came to my attention on February 14th, 2017, while I was doing an internet search for what I don't remember. I started communicating to the established YouTubers and said to myself, if this case drags on after a year, I will get off the fence and begin making videos with a slightly different twist on. Anyway, I wrote her a nice letter back. Then I went and researched the group. I don't even know the name of the stupid group. I think people out there will know it. And I was shocked at what I found. They were downing people, man. They were like, I'll read this to you. This is handwritten. I downloaded it off the internet, off of their group. Okay. Linda Garlic. These are people that they suspected. And this is a few months old. These are suspects at her group. She's a moderator. This Linda Garlic's the moderator of this group. And these are the people that are suspects according to them. All right, I'm going to read the list. Okay, from Linda Garlic. Ron Logan. Well, that's no surprise. See, this goes back a few months. But Brent Sandfar. I don't know who any of these people are. Brad Holder. James David Lucas. Jerome Weiss. Brad Weber. And this is off of her website. These are people that these 20 women are after. Okay. Okay, did I say Matt Weber? Eric Alter, that name sounds familiar. Anthony Greeno, Callis Killingham, Tyler French, Dustin Prater, Phil Benson, Megan Allen, Tim McCain, the McCain brothers. Oh, I was going down a whole family. Jessica Allen, Jeff Reagan Sr., Hutchison, Lee Horde, Mexican cartel. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? This is really out there. Mexican cartel, you stupid lady. Cody, Patty, Lesenby, really. Keep it going, gals, and Derek German. Okay, so at the bottom of the page, Linda writes, we can back up why every one of these guys may be involved. Is that so? I seriously doubt it in my wildest dreams. All right. So I wrote back to her again after I did some research. This is from Stu back to Linda. Damn, Linda. Thought I could trust you, but after looking at your group, I am really happy I declined your offer to join a bunch of severely limited souls that don't have a clue what they are saying. How you can live with yourself after posting this handwritten bullshit suspect list. And I wasn't on that list. Did you notice that? Stu wasn't on the list. I don't know if I should be happy or mad about that. Okay, y'all don't have a clue to what you are saying. How can you live with yourself after posting this handwritten bullshit list, see attached, that you supposedly penned? Is this some kind of a joke? Some of these people on your list are in wheelchairs. Mexican cartel? Are you that dumb? Meth is made in home kitchens or cars locally with ingredients bought at grocery stores. Mexican cartels would have nothing to do with these country bumpkins as they aim high. What a laugh. But maybe you know all this and just have fun leading these sheeples and that kiss your butt. Well, I won't be one of them. How is it that you are the problem instead of being a smart, caring moderator that keeps things right between your 20 stupid women that can't think for themselves? Now I see myself what these people are saying about the Delphi groups on YouTube. That's what they're saying about us. They down the YouTube sleuths, by the way, big time. That's why I don't Facebook. Okay, I'm calling you out on your statement that you can back up why everyone on this list is a suspect. Let's hear it one at a time. Shame on you and Linda for, this was my response, yeah. Shame on you and Linda, I lost my place. You know, none of these people did it. You owe me an apology for misrepresenting your group as being sincere and not a bunch of witch hunters grabbing at straws. Do you not get what I'm saying here? Composing a list like that for people you never met is horrid. Stew. Oh, it is. What a floozy. We bounced a couple more letters back and forth. I'm not going to read them. But we bounced a little bit, and she finally just backed off because she couldn't put up. You got to make a claim like that. Put up or shut up. You know, she can prove why each one is a suspect. This goes back a while, but beware. So I'd call that to your attention. Where's our little sidekick's letter? We are a chatty bunch. Like Chatty Cathy. Linda Garlic. I wanted to find one other thing that her little henchman wrote. That's just a joke. Anyhow, so what do you think? What do you think of that? Nancy Brill, that came back with all that helpful information after she went to Delphi. There's just one problem. We didn't figure it out till after the fact. Nancy Brill didn't go to Delphi, Indiana. She went to Delphi Electronics somewhere in Rochester. I was wondering what took her so darn long to get there and back, even on a moped. So, yeah, since she's not a very good investigative reporter, I might have some other duties, other jobs around the house I can get her to do until she collects her inheritance. Let me, there's just a little thing. Okay. Oh, what does it mean when the red light's on? You know, there's a couple posters out here that have been out here for a while. This Kelly Aaron, with the avatar, that hot-looking little blonde. Kelly Aaron. Hi, Kelly. I got a problem with you. And I've emailed you a couple times, or not email, I've asked you to email me, actually. I wanted to interview you. But Kelly's been jumping around on every commentary that I can find, just about every post, just pushing the idea that the family caused it to happen, that Derek caused it to happen, or Mike, or whatever the heck, but just it's the same thing, you know, post after post after post, that she's really trying to hammer it through, that the girls got killed because of something the family did over drugs. All right. I wanted to interview her. I wanted to ask her some questions, and she won't say one way or another, and I've been inviting her for a long time, so I'm doing it again, trying to see if Kelly Aaron will tell me about it. There's another lady that, it's supposedly a lady, who knows who they are. There's another lady named Pam Hurst that comes out and gives that same kind of information too, sometimes. And she's also a pretty cute looking blonde if her avatar is real. I got some questions for you ladies. Uncle Stewie's not convinced that this has anything to do with meth or drugs. By the way, Elizabeth Collins and Lyric Cook, their murder out there in Iowa, is saying the same thing about them, that their family was into meth and stuff like that. You know, meth, heroin, that stuff's all over the place. You know, even if you're cooking meth for the whole town, it's very unlikely in small towns like that that there's going to be a hit like that on a couple minor children, especially a sloppy hit. And
wait a minute, Stu. Wait, that wasn't a sloppy hit. The killer got away, didn't he? It was a perfect crime.
No. Shame on you. It was not a perfect crime. Just because he got away for a while. Okay? Yeah. Uh, it just there hit people like that are. It was done sloppy. Okay, the guy got away, but it was still sloppy. Kidnapping the girls in broad daylight, taking them somewhere, doing what he had to do. And I keep vacillating back and forth whether it was one or two perps. One day I think, oh, this one person could have pulled it off, scaring them both, keeping them together. And the next day I'm like, no, it must have been two. It must have been two.